Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray now on first down. He's got Smith here. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Murray going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that's caught by Smith. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Murray. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's home.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the set. 50. Mike is a 50. Check back 50. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Jones. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Draw play, Ingram now, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Chubb. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
57. 57. You don't want none of it. Pick up the ball.
Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington in Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, exit. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Mike 50. Now.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter, and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Complete. Smith has it. But he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll give it to Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. Going to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
18 Gator. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. You.
Bravo! Jones throwing again. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Murray. That's complete to Cowboy. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 79 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Caught by Cobb. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first and 10, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I got you, boy. Six guys. Check 6 guys. Greystone, Travis. Hey, Delta. Get it.
Here's Jones throwing after the interception. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
70, Indy. Hard.
They'll run. Anderson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Jones operating from the gun, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the carry, it's Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. They can't hang with us.
First down, Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this is complete to Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Kill.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, high 7. Now.
From the 29, Jones completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple after the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Jones, off play action. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. To throw, it's Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. On 1st down, they'll run the jump. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that's caught by Smith. Well, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. And what?
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Check, check, check.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We go, run.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either...
And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone, when they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got.
5, get it.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Matchbox lights.
They'll run here with Ingram. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Miami, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.